So hi everyone and welcome for our top 8 games of the August qualifier for the World Championship. We're really sorry about like the slightly complicated setup today. Like Discord has decided to go rogue on us, so we had to find like workarounds. Also we were like kind of lacking streamers. So, like we're trying to cover as many matches as possible, so it's being a bit complicated. We now witnessing smeoz and Kirito playing against each other. Win conditions that have been I'm gonna discuss about it a bit later, but they've been set up basically the same for everyone playing across the table. So everyone is playing with those very same conditions: tactician, invasion, and hunting for power. So I guess Kirito. I don't know who's playing what actually. Like so, smeoz is playing blue and Kirito is playing red. So, I mean, he's the red player. So I'm just gonna need to check out who is who. Okay. So Kirito is playing Frail. Sorry, the outsider is the classic one. Kirito is playing Frail. Oh no, it's hard today. Brulfer, Astrida, and Lakali, while smeoz is playing Astrida, Shilevit, Lakali, and Ekrit, and he started with playing. First move is going to be like Shilevi is using the Skytear flux immediately, so I guess that's going to be like prisons. Yeah, because like we saw leads, like it's a presence and he's gonna lead from the deck because he saw the cards, and then he's probably gonna move after that, like extremely likely. And while he does that, I'm gonna try to complete the setup on our hand, check that everything is working, and also communicate the link for people to see the game. Also, we expect Saragul to join us like pretty soon, as soon as we've resolved our multiple setup issues. So we see Kirito going. Kirito going next. I think I'm gonna reverse the boards because like it's super confusing this way. Just so that it doesn't change anything actually. Who is at the bottom? Like I'd like the left player to be at the bottom, which is the case now. Okay. So Kirito is now playing and he's activating Klakali, going in, worshipping, so moving in, worshipping for Pillar, and he led from the deck. No, the hand, sorry. So the new interface is in. It's extremely useful because we can now see a lot more information than we were able to see before in the streaming interface. So we can see here that Klakali has led from hand from the cards that is like vertical, and Shilvi has led from the deck, but because it was after a presence, we can also assume that that's a free mana lead. And smeoz is going to activate next, and he's going to activate Tlakali. She's going to skirmish. I'm just going to try to tell them. Just told them that if they could remember the activation token, that would be like just absolutely awesome. And if they can't, it's not a big deal either. Okay, so that luckily went in. She skirmished for a value I did not see. It's a -1, so like no damage or anything. Oh no, so she didn't flip. Sorry, she didn't flip. Doesn't make sense. She's gonna worship to put a pillar. She skirmished just for moving by 2, basically. Like she could have done that with a move. So that pillar is gonna protect 1 minion. And before that, she attacked that minion and flipped a -1, but it was like enough to kill it anyway.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for that introduction, Josium.
No problem. I'm just gonna take a second to check that like people can hear us, so there might be a small echo for a second. I'm really sorry about that. Actually, no, I'm just gonna fetch the chat. It's gonna be much safer. If I can get it. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, it was, let's say, a day of complications, technical issues. and especially Discord not doing that what it was supposed for at least in the European Union. They had some server issues.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not sure it was only us. Like it went very, very messy today. Also, like the organization overall has been good, so it's like it was messy, but we figured it out without too much pain. Okay, so smeoz has been playing Frail. Sorry, Kirito has been playing Frail while we were discussing. She moved in. She apparently attacked a pillar, and I don't know what she did last. She shapeshifted Astrid. And on the other side, smeoz is playing Astrid, shapeshifting her. No, sorry, moving, attacking a minion and spawning one, losing 2 HPs, and leading from hand. Do you see one of the two composition having like a strong advantage, given like the 3 objectives we've got on board currently?
Okay. Let's see. Well, I think it's interesting to see those mirroring heroes right now in this tournament. So we had a lot of Freihail, Astrida, and Tlakali, for example, accurate as well. So it's more like control focusing decks. It
Yeah.
looks like, at least just naming the heroes. But well, of course, it also depends on the cards you're using, right? So I don't know the exact compositions smeoz and Kirito are using right now. I played against smeoz. It was a control play in round 2, I think. Yeah, it was tactician and left breach, I think. And yeah, with control, I think smeoz is has no problems, I think, or is his best way to go.
Mhm.
But now we have got hunting for power as well, which I think
that
always is an option.
No, I think it's not going to matter too much actually, because like none of the teams are really hitting hard, and only Frail has piercing, and the outsider has 2 armor. So it's like, it's going to be hard to go through. And
Yeah, we
also,
are
like,
an outsider.
Brilver is making it somewhat some way a non-option for smeoz to go for, because like Kirito can always decide to put Brilver aside whomever could try to snipe the outsider after he dealt damage for it. So it's like you have like a little bit of a Mexican standoff where like I think no one is gonna want to hit it except for drawing cards. Like they just gonna want to benefit from those cards, and they're gonna rely on tactician, because I think they're gonna have a hard time with both their Persian control oriented team to get an invasion pull off.
Yeah, true. So hunting for power doesn't seem like an option in this game, and for their compositions, for their hero compositions, because they seem more like to be a control composition in total.
Yeah, they're gonna draw
So,
from it definitely. But...
So I think both, as well as you're thinking, are going for tactician.
I mean, tactician is gonna happen naturally, right? Like you can't really not afford to go for it, because you're gonna win. Like both sides are gonna win control. One of the two sides is gonna win control tokens anyway, so you have to be in the party, right? Like you can't let your opponent be the only one doing so, and that makes it like some sort of like an avoidable win conditions. Like it's gonna happen at some point, and rather earlier than later. Like the best it can happen is that like players get 1 token, like well they could neuter each other on each control token over like an infinite number of turns, but like it's unlikely to happen, right?
Yeah.
And for invasion to happen, that means like they're gonna have to win it repetitively on both sides. So I'm somehow a bit confident that like if the invasion would be won, tactician would likely trigger first, unless invasion is won like super early, turn 1 and turn 2. But like if we go turn 3, I'm super confident that like tactician is going to be the win condition.
Yeah, there's Tiger is mentioning smeoz could play for hunting for power with Shilavi and Freyhale combo. Yeah, but still, yeah, you have to prepare a bit to really kill the outsider.
No, but I mean, you don't have Shilevi and Freyal on the same side of the board. They're in different teams, right?
Ah, yeah, that's true. Sorry.
So it's like you can't really go for it because like the opponent
It's
could go with the Shilevi and you could go with the
yeah.
Freyal, but
Yes,
your
smeoz is
opponent
blue. Yeah, true.
has the
Yeah.
Brilver to like avoid you damaging it on one turn. So it's really risky for both players, and it really makes me feel like no one really wants to take the risk, and especially it also like it drains resources that would need to be put into the tactician, not to lose on tactician. So basically, to me, the outsider is just here to draw cards in that game. Like it's gonna like net them a lot of cards, and whomever like is winning it because of the dome control is gonna like get tactician plus a draw card plus potentially cards from attacking it. So it's like it's really really good. No problem. That happens to everyone.
Yeah.
So we see one control token going for each team. So everyone is basically pushing his left lane. smeoz having done like a slightly better job than Ricardo at it. The first one might not matter as much as that. He has a bit better of a minion advantage, but also he takes the dome.
And now he's got the outsider. So which
He's done.
helps
yeah.
in warshipping, for example. He can push heroes away, and he draws a card.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to go. That's what I intended to. Is like he's gonna be able to go back up on 4 cards when he had like a slight like he was already 2 cards down on his opponent. And he's gonna worship with a crit. Yes, it's gonna be some depushing happening here. That worshipping on a crit is like super valuable because like my feeling is that one of the weaknesses of a crit is that if your opponent is placing minions properly, you often end up having to consume your all activation just to kill minions. I mean, to kill more than one. And obviously, that's not bad, but then it means you can't lead. So, like, being able to actually get that worship placed properly just means you can move, attack, and lead. Getting rid of 2 minions and having a lead on board is like really good for a turn.
True. I assume smeoz took the card.
Yeah, he did. He did it first action. So like they're back into their hand disparity is now inexistent when he was 2 cards down before winning the outsider, which is like really really good for him actually. Because basically it's like he hadn't spent any resources to get it, and well, you did spend them, but you get them back. So he was first player, and he did use the flux though. Like the first thing he did from the game was like using the flux, playing a presence on Shilevi without even doing anything before. It was like just I'm gonna get that dome play, which was like pretty interesting.
I was missing that one. Yeah.
And he led 3 mana from that presence from the deck with the Shilevis. Like it was really really worth it. So we see Nadag on a minion and a Tlakali saving. No, it's sorry. Tlakali saved one of the 2. Yeah. So crit still has 1. I guess you lead here with the crit, right? Like you just want to get that token.
Skirmish attack and elite.
Yeah,
there goes the lead. Yeah, from hand.
That's interesting. Like that's a lot of. Well, I mean, with tactician that makes sense. Like if you don't even care if you win just by 1, but if you win it, it's good. And even if you draw it, like it's not that bad, right? Like you just deny to your opponent, and it's really good. Like
Sorry, I'm just
no problem.
just irritated by the sounds in the background, but it's the game I'm recording in the background.
Can't you just mute it for yourself? Like I think in your tabletop you can mute everything, including like some game sounds and everything.
Yeah, but now I've got the stream overlay, and so it'll work.
Okay.
So I know they're still alive and still playing. That's fine.
Yeah, that's a good point. So we got Brother going in for Kirito, skirmishing against the Shilovi. That's 1 damage.
Yeah.
She's not shapeshifted, so there will be no revenge.
What did he play?
I don't know. I'm gonna show it actually because like I'm a bit surprised. Well, nothing, right?
But he's out of a presence.
No, prisons, yeah.
A presence. Okay.
So I got like tapeworm if you're listening and like you're bored and you don't know what to do with like the rest of your week or day or like any time span you have in front of you. One of the comments that has been made on the overlay is that the time lapse during which the card played is displayed is too short. So like players don't really have the time to see what has been played. Like if the message could be displayed much longer, I think it would be really appreciated. And obviously that doesn't diminish the amount of work that has been done. Like this whole overlay is really, really great.
Yeah.
It's just that if you keep doing good stuff, we're just gonna keep asking more.
Always the same.
Yeah. I mean, somehow it's a compliment, right? Like as long as we're asking for more, it means it's great every time.
No, it's super fantastic. It's a fantastic overlay. You can see now that River is being has been activated now. Shilavi turned over.
Yeah, because he shapeshifted. Yeah.
And she's marked blue. Let's say she's pointed out so everybody can see who's the active hero right now, and what's going on the board. So we are aware of that River, for example, is shapeshifted and so taunted Shilavi, so she had to attack him.
Yeah.
And he led from hand, which also is pretty useful information for us.
Yeah, good.
And for for everybody.
Second one is going to be a move.
Okay.
What do you do last? Like, do you lead? No, you already have a lead from a crit, so it's like doesn't matter. That presence probably tells us it's going to be a skirmish, right? And you resolve damage on Tlakali, and then you go back into the dome, maybe? No, but you'd be against the lead from Bilba, which is like not so good. But you have the prison, so like, well, yeah, it's a bit weird. You could have stayed in the dome if you intended like to play prisons and.
It's an attack, I think.
No, you can't. You've attacked already.
No, attack first. Yeah, true. Warship.
No, the modifiers were because he discarded both cards from the prisons.
Okay.
So he probably just played it because he knew he wasn't going to use Shilevi's mana this turn. So he's just like, okay, let's just like try to get through the decks and see if I can get rid of things I don't really need to draw right now or things like that.
Yeah.
He still has Tlakali and Astrida to activate now. So last action was a shapeshift, so Shilevi. So we might like that might be to kill a minion next turn with an attack, for example.
And smeoz has got accurate with the lead from hand.
Yeah.
And a Shilavi who's got presence, correct?
Yeah.
+2 minions. That's nice. So a possible invasion.
Yeah, if you can maintain the pressure on the other side of the board, then yes, invasion might happen.
Yeah, with Astrida and Tlakali on that side, He was pushing that side as well. It was
Yeah,
my right lane, his
yeah,
left lane
he's
against
up in
myself.
minions.
Yeah. I had a hard time.
I mean, in the current situation,
Oh, call the pack through Freiherr.
It's the wrong type of minion, I think. Like,
Yep.
So that's gonna balance out the minion count, but then like you still need to.
It's even, but if smeoz will then go with a shapeshifted Estrida,
Yeah, but you
to
also
then
have
kill a minion.
also have it on Kirito's side. Like, he's likely gonna use his shapeshifted Estrida to spawn a minion too. So like it's gonna stay even, right? Like you're gonna kill one spawn one and kill one spawn one on both sides. If someone has a charm, they're like that might mess up with the current situation.
True. So there goes a minion. Attacked by Freiherr.
And you have a lead from the deck. That's interesting. I mean, he has 3 cards in hand, so he probably wants to try to spare them as much as possible, but also somehow tells that he's going to lead from the deck with Astrida also. And here you're actually taking a risk, because if, like smeoz, get that control token on the other side and push it all the way through, and you get a bad lead from the deck on that right side of yours, you might be losing straight, right?
Yeah, smeoz now has to, let's say, hold the control token right to the tower, keep it in position, and on the other lane push it by 4 hexes.
Yeah, keeping it in position is like always easier than pushing it anyway, because like you just need to win by 0, basically. Like,
yeah,
just need not to lose it. And with Flackily, like I'm pretty sure he's gonna be able to maintain that situation. Though there isn't like an ideal position to. Oh yeah, if he kills the minion first, then he can put the pillar here, and it protects 2 of his. But
true.
Kirito can still like target the one in the back with Astrida and kill it and spawn one. So like, it doesn't really prevent Astrida from being efficient that turn, because the only thing she needs is 1 minion to attack.
True. Move, attack, warship. Yeah.
So also that pillar offers now the opportunity for Kirito's Flackily to protect minions on the other side of the map. While for now, smeoz cannot use the pillar of his opponent to protect his own minion because they're too far away. Which might not remain true on the next turn, but currently it's the case. Yeah, I mean, if he gets 2 tokens, no.
So Kirito in that position. Okay, I was wondering where he's going, because in that position where he went first, he couldn't do the attack on that minion he's doing now.
He's gonna like spawn one differently.
Yeah, put it on the pillar.
Yeah, that way. Yeah, he could have put it beside the pillar also, but
lead from deck.
Yeah, he led from the deck with Frey also. Like you kind of like because he didn't draw anything. Like you kind of have to assume that he's gonna lead from the deck anyway.
There's another call the pack.
That's a bit sad. It's like you're reading just 1 minion, but like it's not bad. Like I mean, you have to ensure that you're gonna prevent at least invasion, and you're piling up points for tactician. The the thing about that tactician win condition is really like it's you I don't know how to say in English, but like you're just running forward, right? Like there is no way you're gonna slow down efficiently your opponent on that one.
Yeah.
Like yeah, draws on control tokens do happen, but they're hard to pull off usually. Like it's either you're gonna win it or your opponent is gonna win it.
Yeah, it's difficult to calculate.
So you
just-
yeah.
Yeah.
So you might as well
Only-
just try to bank a win on it every time.
You can only calculate, let's say, with a lead from hand or a lead from deck after presence. Then you can be pretty sure your opponent has put a 3-mana
Yeah.
card on that. But
which then
everything
probably
else,
puts you into a position where you just you're like, if I can draw it by investing less, then it's not necessarily bad. But also, if you can win it easily, maybe it's worth just going for the win because it's getting you closer. Like it's like you my point was that win condition is just like filling itself by playing the game naturally. It doesn't really affect significantly your way of playing if you already are playing a control game. And even if you're playing like a kill game, like winning some tokens, like in the Dome, for example, when you have like an outsider that matters for the kills, is still something you are going to achieve to do, try to achieve. Sorry, so it's like it's not that different from some other objectives that really shape how you're going to play a game. That one shortens it significantly usually. So it luckily activates on Kirito's side, which is like the last hero to go. And I guess you kind of want to. You know you're going to lose that control token, but what's really good for smeoz here is that like the luckily somehow she has to commit on putting resources to defend that control token, even if you know you're losing it because you can't afford the control token to go near your tower. If you do so, you just lose the game. And I can't hear you anymore, so I don't know if that's yeah.
Sorry,
Okay, you're back.
I was shortly AFK
Yeah, no problem.
because my family had some questions, and I had to mute myself.
Yeah, no worries.
But I'm still alive. So
good thing.
at least one thing.
I really hope that waking up early wouldn't have killed you.
No, it was for me. It was 9 a.m.
Yeah, it's okay.
So I'm pretty fine, but still, we have to see how this will go on today. Okay, we see Tlakali moved by Kirito.
Okay, that's interesting. So
Skirmish
he's basically just saying, okay, you're gonna win my left lane, and I don't want to invest resources to defend something that I'm gonna lose anyway because there is tactician. So I actually prefer to push the auto token all the way back, be sure that I'm winning it, and this way I'm safe from invasion, and I'm putting point on tactician anyway. And that's actually a pretty good choice. Like it avoids putting resources into a lost cause, and allows you to put them onto something that actually helps you progressing towards your win condition. And we see Nightmare Incarnate from Master that to kill a minion.
Okay. So this is and it's token 1. Let's see how the calculations are going to be. Lead by 1.
So it's a 3/3 for the minions. We have 1 hero positive for Kirito. He's winning it by 2, right? But he removed the wrong minions. Yeah, he got a 3, so like he's winning by 2. No, he's winning only by 1.
Yeah, but that's enough to
move it away from the tower for invasion.
Yeah, move it. Yeah.
Still means you have to commit significant effort into it next turn, but that basically isn't a big problem because there is tactician, so you would do it anyway for the tactician.
Yeah, and the game would have been lost right now if he didn't move over with Tlakali.
Yeah, and if you leave her here, yeah, with the lead from the deck, you would have been lost. Yeah, definitely. No, I mean, yeah, she didn't lead, so she could have not moved and lead from the deck. But then if you yeah, you're still at risk of losing it. So he's gonna have like a small advantage on the tactician, right? Because he's gonna take like one more point for the tomb. Or was it accounted for already? No, it was accounted for already. You won two. Yeah, you won 1 turn 1, so yeah, it was accounted already.
Yeah. So it's 3 on 3.
Yeah.
On the tactician points.
Tactician is not gonna kick in before turn 4, which leaves some space for invasion to be the win condition, actually. I mean, it could if you lose all 3 control token next turn, but I don't see that happening. I mean, that would be a big oversight from one of the players.
Yeah.
Or an extremely smart play from the other one.
Or both.
Yeah, I was going to say probably a little bit of both.
So it looks like the outsider is killing a minion.
Yeah. I mean, you probably don't want to hit heroes anyway at that point. Katia, coffee? No? What, did he draw a card also?
How many cards did Kirito have?
Yeah, I think he did draw one. I might be wrong, but I think he did.
He's at 5 cards now. And did he use the worship ability, maybe? On a street? No.
No, I'm not sure of that because like she was worshipped. She moved. She attacked. Yeah, he did because like she moved, she attacked, and she led. So like she necessarily had. Yeah, maybe he did it with Freyel actually. Maybe no, because Freyel played before Astrida. So like if she's still shapeshifted now, it's because he did it with the outsider.
But
no, he's too far away, so that's not what he did.
Yeah, that was the point I was thinking about. It's too
yeah,
far
yeah, no, but that's the thing. Like you can use the outsider so that Freyel can shapeshift Astrida, right?
Yeah, true.
That's what happened.
Yeah, it's true. But it's nodes away. Token nodes away. What has happened? Did smeoz play the ultimate against the other Astrida? I think.
No, we're turn 2, so like we're getting into turn 3 here. Oh yeah, you mean right now?
Yeah.
Did he? Yeah, he did.
Yep.
Which is like a pretty big play because then it also means your opponent won't be able to play it if he has it. Because it's an action card, so like you both deny the character activation plus the ability for your opponent to deny you one if he also has it.
So there's a move and attack against Brewer. Maybe to slow him. No, to disarm him, sorry.
Disarm him? But I mean, do you really want to disarm that Brewer? Like, you don't really have a damaged hero that is like at risk. Except maybe the Astrida, you just put yourself in that position. She only has 12 HP, so like maybe that's why.
No, Tulakali's playing her ultimate.
Yeah. So that's like a condition for each hero. I don't remember the text.
In line of sight of Tulakali and in line of sight of a pillar.
It's not that much people, right? Oh yeah, it's still like Shilavi. Crit safe on it. And everyone on that side, basically.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. Like it's two, no, three heroes are safe from it. So it's still, yeah, I guess it's a good user.
Yeah, Acrid is really far away now.
Yeah,
what smeoz is going to do.
The additional problem with Acrid being that far away is that like if you move by 3 and then worship, you still have like no very good target for your attack. You're not gonna clean like 2 minions. Oh yeah, you could clean 2 minions at a time actually. If she goes just get like in the back of the pillar, put her illusion here and attack, she can kill. Ah no, because bears are his own minions. Sorry. So yeah, she doesn't really have something really good to do with that, but she can probably like just move, attack the one that is here and lead, and that would do it. And then you rely on Shilavi to do something else on that side. Like there is also like not much defense from his opponent on that side, so like you're pretty free to do whatever you want with the crit here. So we see an attack on the minion that is on the pillar. No, it's an attack on the pillar, sorry. So Tlakali and Astrida got Frenzy. Freya also did. Shilavi got slowed, and enemy Tlakali was disarmed. I guess that disarm is not too bad because like you can save a minion and avoid taking too much damage on your Tlakali. The frenzy on your yesterday is good because it's going to work in next turn. So you have to ensure that she's shapeshifted next turn so that she can spawn 2 minions.
One shot the outsider.
Yeah, I mean, if she has freeze, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that's a big gamble play.
Yeah.
Especially potentially some of the sacrifices are already in the discard pile, which we didn't pay really attention about, but that could be the case.
He's got 20 HP, right?
Yeah.
And armor. That's a lot. That's a lot.
I mean, that's still not enough. You get 12 damage from the sacrifices, and then you get 4 from the 2 attacks, and you still have 8 damages to do. So it's like, if you flip 0, you're gonna get 4 damages.
No,
so
you like, heal by 4 through the sacrifice.
Yeah. So because you cast 3 of them, he loses 12 HPs.
Yeah, then 8 HP left.
Then, yeah, sorry, then yeah, apologies. Yeah, it's not at 12, it's minus 12.
And then, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, math are too hard.
12 plus 4 is
16. I mean, you're still at 16, so you need like plus 4 damage on your flips, and it's far from guaranteed given the content of the decks. So like you're not playing aggressive decks with high modifiers.
Yeah, but wait a second. If Fryhill is playing the sacrifice on herself, then she's losing HP, and no, thinking wrong. There's the Shilavis on the team.
She's too far. Yeah, you don't even have her yet, and she would be too far away anyway.
I'm just switching to the other game, and it looks like it ended through maybe hunting for power. Looks like on round 2. Oh, okay.
So that was a quick one. We're gonna try to post comment it later this week, I'd say. I can't commit on it today, but like probably this week I could be able to find some time for it.
Yeah, I'm curious.
So Ikrit is being like moving. She attacked a minion and she led from the deck. No, from hand, sorry. I know it goes
yeah.
Frail. What do you go with that, Frail? You can kill 2 minions, right? You attack each of them once because of your frenzy. And then you lead, and then you shapeshift as Trader. Or you do it the other way around, it doesn't matter. You just have to kill the 2 minions with the attacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really see smeoz taking control of that right lane now. But the left one, he's like, oh, Frail is moving. That's interesting. Because now, like with Tlakali and Shilevi, you can potentially get something surprising. Like, well, he probably isn't playing move boosts in his deck, so that Shilevi probably can't cross the board, especially because she's flowed. So if she had a time glitch, that would be like a huge surprise. But I don't think it's the case.
Yep.
But then she would just be able to swap lane, and with the Tlakali, they might be able to just like defend that pretty well. Your opponent Tlakali has that from the deck though, so like there is some contribution here. And the Frail led from hand into dome. So it looks like Kirito is trying to get +2 points onto the Tactician to close the options next turn. Because then, like, if you have to win 3 points, to forbid your opponent even a single point of control, that becomes really complicated. Do you know what's happening if, like, both player gets the same number of points on the Tactician? They don't, right? It's like as soon as you get them, you win.
So, as soon as you get your 6 point, you win.
So basically, what Kirito wants to be doing here is like getting 2 points from token 1 and 3, and next turn he wants to win token 1. And then he wins the game. And oh yeah, we saw a move, but like then he realized that she was slowed.
I just have to switch screens. Just a second.
Well, you could go into the dome with a move and skirmish, but like it makes it feel expensive. But somehow you kind of have to deny that dome. But you also well, I guess you can. Oh yeah, my bad. It's skirmished already.
Yep.
Okay, and he played something. He played.
My Discord really is breaking again.
Yeah, so it's really working badly.
I just finished the recording from the other game because it's done as it looks like. Okay. So hopefully everything went well.
So basically here is like going to blow up that left tower, right? There's no way Kirito is going to save that tower. Which it potentially opens up a Nexus win, but you'd have to pull that before the first token is won on the next turn, which looks a bit unlikely, honestly. Like you're really gonna have to deny that token on that token number 1, and it feels like you're not really in a good position to do so. Like you've got 2 heroes on each side. Doesn't mean it's impossible, obviously, but like Kirito has a pretty good setup here to get that done. Like he has an Astrida that is going to attack twice and spawn 2 minions. It's like it's going to be pretty hard. And Kirito is not going to be in a position where she's going to be able to cross the map, worship an attack to clean like a bunch of minions. And you don't even have minions of your own to save with your attack ally, so it's like your own attack ally is basically a little bit useless in that situation because you have a lane with a lot of minions that your opponent isn't trying to push back, and you've got a lane that you need to win where you have like literally no minions. I think it would have been very important here for smeoz to get that Shillav into the dome that turn. Try to deny the dome, which I don't think was that easy to do. Maybe a draw was possible on the dome. Maybe a tie was possible on the dome, and then go into that number 1 lane with her into the next turn. So now we're gonna see that likely activate with smeoz.
Skirmish.
Okay, no damage on the other likely, and she's moving away. Okay, sure, yeah, he abandoned that lane that he knows he's lost, and he's gonna contest dome to avoid having like a tactician point for Kirito.
He's going to attack the outsider. I think to draw a card.
To draw a card, yeah. I mean, it doesn't necessarily lead to like if smeoz can just tie on the dome, then they only get +1 each.
Skytear drain.
And he can win on Nexus.
Skytear drain being played through Tlakali, I think.
Who was hit targeting? I didn't say. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Like, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's a lot less options, currently. Like, your hand is halved in size. Yeah, that token 1 going all the way.
Oh man.
It's going to make it a bit more complicated for Kirito to win it again next turn. But I mean, he has like such an amount of minions here. Like that Astrida can just like move, attack. She's gonna kill 2, spawn 2, and it's gonna be like an 8 minions count for his contribution. 9 minion counts plus Astrida.
Yep.
So smeoz is gonna like blow that tower away. Which now is a concern because like if Kirito doesn't get the dome, which I think he might not get, then he might lose on Nexus next turn. Which we didn't really mention as possible victory conditions. but is definitely one.
That's always in play, let's say. It's always in the game, and Nexus.
Yeah, I'd say it turns out to be surprisingly possible when people are fighting for something else, and then suddenly you're like, oh yeah, it's true, there is that too. It's like you put so much resources into those 3 objectives that you actually forget that there is a 4th one by default on board.
And it's really hard to defend this one.
It's not like I know the outsider is like tied, right? So like it's not gonna, no one is gonna get it. Is that correct? Yeah, I think so.
It seems so, yeah.
So it's like no, the whole plan. Well, not the plan, but like the let's say easy victory path we foresaw. It's 20 still. Like I think it hasn't moved yet. Like there was an attack on it that dealt like no damage. They didn't position the token because they did no damage on it.
It was an attack by Tlakali, who was disarmed.
Yeah, it was just to draw a card.
Yeah.
Which basically was a Skytear drain, so She probably felt pretty good. So we see the Tlackle going here. So now he knows he doesn't have to win the number 1 control token, because that's not losing him the game anymore. So I guess all he has to do, and his position now looks like really good. He has to deny the dome or win it and protect that left lane, and that just basically wins him the game.
Just win by destroy the Nexus.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. Your has to save that Nexus, which I mean, it's not impossible. It's like it looks extremely unlikely to happen. You need like to push. You need to invest basically like 90% of your resources into that, which you kind of have to do anyway, because if you don't, you lose. But then if you do that, you might likely just lose because smeoz is gonna get the token anyway, and he's gonna get the dome one.
Yeah.
So like, the situation now really looks good for smeoz because he was able to tie that dome on the previous turn. Had he lost the dome, he probably would have lost the game anyway, but because he tied it, it just goes the other way around now.
There's another attack by Tlackali against the outsider, right?
Yeah, it's gonna draw a card, I guess. Because again, it did no damage.
And Kirito's out of cards?
Yeah, -1, so no damage again.
Was there another Skytear drain?
Yeah.
And another one. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Yeah. It was like double Skytear drain.
Ooh.
That's gross. Like the third one plays, it was like 6 cards discarded from his opponent's hands in 2 turns.
And there's, that's a brutal card advantage.
Yeah, I don't want to look pessimistic, but given the state of the game, that might just be Kirito's hand here. Like the fact that you lose your hand when you need to get something up to not lose the game is absolutely devastating. And the feeling is also pretty not so good. I mean, like throwing away 4 cards when you know you need them.
Yeah.
And you know that feeling where like you have to throw away 2 and you're like, okay, I'm gonna need to keep that and that to survive, and then you're like, oh, you're gonna throw these 2 away also anyway.
Yeah, only way for Kirito is to move out with Briva, attack the minion, and clear a bit of the wave.
I think he has to lead from deck. Because like he doesn't have cards to lead anymore, so like he needs to maximize his chances to save that Nexus through the leads.
Obviously.
And he's gonna have to bring Frail here too, and that might, I mean, that's likely still not enough, right? Because then you also have like to win that dome, or at least tie it.
Skirmish.
That's interesting.
Why?
I get
out of the way.
Yeah, I guess you need space to bring the Frail, but like it's.
Yeah, but you can only bring Frail.
Yeah, the other ones are too far away, right?
They're too far away, and the outside is blocking the way, and the minions as well. You can only bring Frail, and she then has to lead, and you can't lead from hand. And
yeah,
then
I think you had to lead from deck with that Brulva.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because like you had to.
But wait a second, he was 1, 2, 3. No, he was in reach. Yeah, he was within 3 hexes, I think.
Actually, even that way, it doesn't matter because the Frail can't lead from the deck. Because like she has to move and skirmish to be in range of the token. I mean, she could like either kill a minion or lead from the deck. Don't know why Ekrid is bringing her illusion, preventing pushes. I guess. Yeah, you want to avoid a chasm or so.
He's going to push Briva.
Oh, he's going to be out of control range.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that skirmish was a really bad idea, I think. But maybe it was also actually like not to be in range of being pushed into the dome by a crit. But it turns out that it doesn't matter.
Possibly, yeah. Oh man.
I think Proven needed to kill the minion that is just between the bush and the illusion and take that very spot. Because here there was no way to push him somewhere where he wouldn't have contributed. Like he would have needed to be in that spot. So instead of killing the minion that was here, he would have had to kill that minion and skirmish here.
Possible. No. He was, I think.
Oh, he was too far away. No, he could have moved like 1, 2, 3 and then attacked from. No, it was here. No, that if you can get into that hex,
I think
coming from the dome, you probably can get into that one unless you were here, which is not the case. Yes,
Kirito can reach the tower from the other side. Akali too.
No, there is no line of sight. There is a white line that cuts the line of sight to the token.
Yeah. No chance. It's a white line between.
There's a white line just in front of your Nexus. And yes, the Nexus is not a hex. So you don't have a line of sight through the Nexus.
Mm-hmm.
The tower are hexes, but the Nexus isn't. The Nexus is just like out of board technically, so like no line of sight can cross through.
Yeah, no problem, Tagore.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely it is a bit uncommon of a situation.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think you're basically losing on Nexus blow here. Doesn't really matter what you're doing now. Like I don't see like Ellie saving that Nexus. She's too far away, and so is Yesterday.
He attacked with Strida 2 times. He attacked the outsider, correct, to draw 2 cards.
Yeah, we're using the frenzy token. Yeah.
Yeah. A warship on Freihail, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Not sure it changes anything. Unless, yeah, no, it's not going to change anything. And Sheila still hasn't played yet, so she can still get into range of the control token if she can get into that hex and lead to contribute. So I really see no world there where Kirito can come back. Maybe with a chasm, and you push them into the dome. No, I mean even that isn't enough. It doesn't cut it. Well, you would need to like move skirmish, lead. You would chasm the Equity away, but then like there would still be the Shilabi properly. Yeah, I don't think you can get out of that. Because if you're here, you're too far away from the control token. So you kind of need that position, but that also means that you can't push both of them into the dome. So yeah, it really feels. Yeah, it's gonna try to like those attacks to get cards really feel like desperation. It's like trying to get a solution from the deck. So he's definitely going to blow up that tower, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. I think smeoz can just like safely completely ignore that. And also basically smeoz is winning the dome. So like even if he doesn't blow up the Nexus, he wins by tactician.
Mm-hmm. He's moving Shilava inside the dome, now doing a skirmish.
And now he blocks Freyal. Yeah.
Against Freya, yeah.
No, I mean she could still go around and then skirmish here and then play a chasm there to push a crit inside. But it doesn't matter. Like you lose on tactician anyway. Like you can save the nexus, but you lose on tactician.
So that's, but there were some interesting twists until now, because I had the impression that smeoz was a bit under pressure when Kirito was winning the control tokens and summing up on 3-on-3.
I mean, he was, because if he didn't tie that dome with the leads from the deck, which happened on both sides, he would have lost on control token on that turn, because Kirito would be at one more control token.
Mm-hmm.
And then for winning the one on lane 1, which smeoz was in a very, very bad position to defend, he would have instantly won the game on that control token. And the Nexus blow happening later, it wouldn't have mattered at all. But by making this a non-reality, he's actually ensuring he can win the game. It's like you get from a position where you like very likely losing to a position where you actually can't lose, which is like definitely a twist.
Yeah. Freiherr is playing Sacrifice. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Against Ekrit. Ooh.
Yeah, it's a bunch of sacrifices. Like there is a Bewitch.
A Bewitch and 2 sacrifices.
Okay.
It was a move and a skirmish. And what are we seeing now?
Not sure.
Freiherr is back in that position before he skirmished.
Oh, Ekrit played her ultimate.
What?
Yeah, Ekrit played her ultimate. So like this whole area here was threatened, and Freyal got pushed back to hexes from Ekrit's ultimate. Yeah, that's what happened.
That makes sense.
So now it's like sacrifices are wasted,
Mm-hmm.
and the Bewitch also, and you just lose the Nexus. So yeah, that's game.
Ooh.
That was a super tough one. Ooh, smeoz hand was like pretty good at that point. Like,
and a chasm, yeah, and you put Freiherr out with a chasm if you don't use the ultimate.
Yeah, and also like basically the Shinobi could go wherever she wanted with the ultimate. So like actually even that number 1 control token was maybe not out of reach to defend. Because like if she can cross the map while being shapeshifted and then kill 2 minions and then contribute 2 and you have 2 other heroes. Yeah, it might not have been such. I still think it would have been like a very bad position for him, but like maybe not as dead as we thought it would have been.
So
should we try to jump in and talk to the players?
Yeah, I don't know where to jump in because my Discord
still doesn't work.
No, my Discord is maybe working now, but I can't find them.
Oh yeah, sorry. So Kirito just told me something. Oh, they're on a direct Discord call.
Oh, okay.
Let's see about the time quickly. Like how many times left. Yeah, I think we don't have time left announced, but it should be very soon because like it's. Yeah, I think they have like 2 minutes to report. So I'm not sure we have time. We can try, but
yeah, looks like report isn't really working. because Zambo told me that he had problems with reporting.
Yeah, it seems that they also have issues reporting.
Yeah. Oh man.
It seems like the whole internet just decided that this tournament was going to go wrong.
Yeah.
Like between the Discord, the tabletop, and the reporting website.
Okay. Yeah. Good night, Crawl.
Yeah, should go tonight too because like I'm mistyping everything. Okay, I think it'd be wiser to set up for the next one actually.
It was really interesting and twisting game, I think.
Yeah, that was a really good game. It's a really good thing that we were able to stream that one. Thank you, obviously, thank you everyone for attending that one. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, and I hope the commentary wasn't too hectic based on today's being less calm than we expected it to be. Don't miss the next one. We're also going to stream one. We don't know yet which, but we're going to try to stream all of them until the finals. I mean, stream at least one of each until the finals. And we're going to try to record and post some others during the week. Bye.
Yeah.